So this is Ketra, and I'm going to be doing a deck analysis for Reshiboar, and it's actually a fully reverse holo list that I'm thinking of selling on eBay, possibly. To go over the list, you're going to have 4 of your main attacker, 4 full art Reshirams, with a 2-1-2 reverse holo Emboar line. I think the 2-1-2 is going to be really good for Heart Gold Soul Silver. 2-2 just seems kind of pointless without BTS anymore. I have a 2-2 Ninetales. You don't really need any more than 2-2 in my opinion. I only ever play with 1, and that's perfectly sufficient with the rest of my draw engine that you'll see in a little bit. I have a 1-1 Rayquaza Deoxys Legend. I would like 2, but 1-1 works fine, and it gives me a little bit of extra space to add some things that I think are a little bit more important. You're going to have 4 reverse holo Collector. Collector is going to be really big. You need to be able to get out your Tepigs, your Vulpix. Later game, they're great burn for Junk Arm. I have 4 Energy Retrieval, all reverse holo. You could probably cut down to 3, especially since I'm personally running 3 Junk Arm. But 4 is definitely nice, and I run Juniper too, which you'll see in a bit. I think it's a little bit more consistent to have 4. That way I don't have to worry about discarding them with that later. 3 Pokemon Communication from Black and White, all reverse holo. I like Communication in this deck because even though you don't run a lot of Pokemon, in my opinion, the fact that it's a trainer and you can speed it out lets you play things that are a little bit more important. My actual draw engine, aside from Ninetales, is going to be Engineer's Adjustments. I find the flat 4-card draw really good, and since you're discarding energy to begin with, it's not really detrimental that you be throwing away energy. I have 3 Junk Arm. 4 would be nice, but I think that's a little overkill. I have it in here for a couple of reasons. Obviously, Energy Retrieval. I have plus powers in here as well, and Pokemon Reversal. So just between those few cards, I think that 3 would be actually a really good number. 2 Professor Elms. It's really a toss-up whether or not you need them, to be honest. They're strictly for the Emboar line. I like not having to put a Pokemon on top of my deck, whereas you'd have to do that with Communication. But it could definitely be subbed out for a 4th Communication. And the deck would probably do fine, but it's just personal preference. I have 2 Rare Candy. It's all you really need. By turn 3, you're usually using Emboar, no matter how you get it out, be it regularly evolving it or rare candying it. So 2 is a decent number. I have 2 Juniper in here. It was a little bit of a stretch at first, but the 7-card draw, regardless of the discard, is really good, and it'll definitely get rid of your crap hands, and later game, it's amazing for getting energy. I have 2 Reversal. I think Reversal and Catcher, when Catcher comes out, it's going to be really good for the mirror match. And a lot of decks that would probably try and counter Reshiboar. Things like Feraligatr, variants. It's also just a really nice card to begin with. I mean, if you can pull up something that your opponent's building up and knock that out and take away their momentum, they're not really going to be able to do anything. I have 2 plus power, mainly for the mirror match. Reshiram can't hit 130 on its own, and I don't really want to break out my Rayquaza Deoxys Legend early. So having a couple of these helps. And with Junk Arm, you can just recycle them, and you can even KO opposing Rayquaza Deoxys Legends without using your own Rayquaza Deoxys Legend, which is really nice. I have 2 Switch in here. It's pretty standard in every deck, I think. Now that things actually have a retreat cost. It's definitely good for getting Emboar out of the way, Rayquaza Deoxys Legend, or Reshiram if you can't afford the energy to retreat. And then I have a Fisherman as the last trainer supporter in the deck. I think it's really good. The ability to drop it later game to get all the energy you need for Rayquaza Deoxys Legend lets you surprise drop the Rayquaza Deoxys Legend, and I think that's actually really important. I'm going to have 10 fully holo Fire Energy. I could definitely see increasing that number, but 10 works, and I haven't really decided to change it, because you'd have to take out more important things in your trainer supporter line, and I just don't think it's worth it. 3 Thunder Energy. A lot of people run 2 or 4 that I've seen. Don't like 2 because that doesn't give you a lot of things to work with if you have to discard them or you get them prized. And I think 4 is a little overkill, so I settled in the middle. And then I run 2 Rescue Energy for Reshiram. You don't really need them, to be honest, but they are definitely nice. All these cards are reverse holo, and whether or not I keep the deck, I would actually like to see if anybody's interested in buying it. So if anyone has any offers, just PM me, let me know, and hopefully you enjoyed the deck analysis. Until next time.